You are learning how to read all of your emotions for what they are. They are your guiding system. Your emotions are your compass. Your emotions are the deepest and most accurate way of you navigating this world. They are your map. You're taking your pain and you're making it your paper. Like, you are making it your abundance right now. You are sharing yourself loudly, proudly. And the universe and everyone around you was so grateful for doing that, for just showing up and you being you. So grateful. So grateful. Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool. That's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there, and I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. So we have a pretty interesting download to get into. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that personal readings are massively on sale for the holiday season, and for those people that may have missed out on winning the free reading, I wanted to just discount those. So they're like 55 Australian for a 30-minute video reading, which comes to like 36-ish US. And I even have a cheaper option there as well if you just want a written intuitive download. So that's there for you. Check out the description box for the link to my website. Let's do this. This download starts with trouble lies where the devil hides. Do not think for a moment that you can take a chance on a place or a person that did not support your growth. There are too many people counting on you to be full of healing and growth, for you to go back to the places that filled you with darkness and doubt. I feel like there are some people who stumble upon this reading, who are in this collective, who are thinking about going back to some toxic people, some toxic places, some processes, some crutches. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're actually not doing that. You didn't come this far to come this far, okay? No, we're not backsliding. We're not going back to this person. They haven't changed. I'm telling you straight up now. I don't know who needed to hear that, but they haven't changed. They actually haven't. They might seem like they've changed. They haven't changed. We have the Star. We have the High Priestess. We have Justice. You are too strong in your power right now. You did not set all of these boundaries. You did not tune all your intuitive gifts. You did not start shining so brightly and authentically giving in to your truest self, your brightest light, for you to turn back on that now. For you to start opening up the gates of some of your boundaries. No. Do you know how hard it is going to be for you to build those walls back up again? I'm talking about boundaries. I'm not talking about like locking people out. I'm talking about locking some people out, but not like emotional walls. Like, I'm talking about the boundaries that you set. I feel like the imagery coming towards me is like you're opening a door and a tsunami hits you. That's what's going to happen if you go back to this kind of situation that you're like, oh, maybe they've changed. No. I'm telling you no. And I know that these readings don't perform very well because a lot of people want to hear that they've changed and they were wrong. The whole time they were wrong about you and the whole time they were pining over you. No, this is not the place for that kind of wishy-washy nonsense. It's going to leave you disrespecting yourself. No, we don't do that here. This is that good tarot, okay? This is where we get the good messages for your highest good. And you going back to these people, I feel like your guides are angry at you. This is not for your highest good. You going back to them is not for your highest good. You know what's good for your highest good? You know what the best good you could possibly do is just staying in your strength, staying in your truth, staying in your lane, keeping your boundaries up. They haven't changed, number one. But do you really think that you need them? Do you really think that you need them? Do you know how little you are valuing yourself if you think you need this person that didn't treat you right? And like, maybe they did change. Maybe they have changed, which they haven't. But I'm like, hypothetically, maybe they did. Every time you give a chance to this person, to this place, to this old job, you are closing yourself off from the new opportunities. When you get rid of toxic things in your life, when you make space in your life, it can be really hard. Sometimes we don't know what to do, but what you are actually doing in terms of like energetically, you are creating a vacuum. If you take something out of that space, something else will fill it. It wants to be filled with something. So if you have taken a toxic person, a toxic workplace, a toxic job out of your life, once you have removed that, there is an empty space that wants to be filled. There is a vacuum. Something wants, like the energy wants to be filled. You are pulling in new energy into that. If you take that toxic person, put it back in, nothing else new can come in. You are literally blocking manifestations from coming. You work so hard to get yourself out of a dark situation, to get these toxic people out of your life. We're 5 minutes in and I'm coming in hot because your guides are mad. They're frustrated. They're done. Stop it. They haven't changed. They haven't changed. I can already tell. I know what the YouTube reading culture is like. I know that the readings that are like, and they're gonna realize how wrong they were, and they've been thinking about you the whole time. No. I'm not giving you that ish over here. Please. Everything we do over here is to get rid of the toxic. Everything we do here is for your highest good. So I'm not gonna give you that ish right now. Not for a second. 5 minutes in. God dang. Okay. Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Let me tell you about, let's have a little tarot lesson for a sec, okay? This, Nine of Pentacles, do you know what this card is also referred to as? It's referred to as the single ladies card. Now, I don't know what gender you are, but take it as you need to in terms of gender. It's the single, it's I'm on my own, building my ish by myself. My garden is flourishing. Look at how I'm taking care of myself. Look at the way that I'm giving attention to me. I am maintaining me. I am nourishing me. We have the Queen of Cups. It's introspective. It's caring. It's loving. We have the Six of Wands. You're moving on. You're moving forward. We don't look back. We look forward. We don't look back. We don't look backwards. I'm repeating myself a lot because your guides, I feel like they're shouting at you because some of you feel so tempted to go backwards. No, they are. You might feel like your phone is just like playing up. Your internet, your Wi-Fi is just starting to like load slowly. Like there are actually, the universe is trying to put friction between you and this other person connecting. Missed messages, things like that. And it's because the universe is trying as hard as it can to stop you from going back towards this person. Delayed trains. Maybe you're calling for a ride share and it keeps canceling and you can't get like in a cab. Like, no, that's the universe trying to stop you. Trying to put things in the way from you reconnecting with this person. This place, this job. No. You didn't come this far. You got a whole ass parade. The universe has got so many things. Like not only... Sorry, I started hearing ringing. Yeah, this is coming through so strong, so loud. Not only has the universe sent so much toward you, but the universe has started preparing more abundance to come towards you, perfectly timed. Like things are in motion around you, behind the scenes, in conversations that you don't get to hear because it's not your time to hear it yet. But the universe is literally scheming for your success. And it's gonna stop if you fill up the space, if you let that vacuum pull in your ex, your old job, something that like, no, all of those conversations, all of that energy of what is soon to be coming towards you, those will stop. And the universe has been working so hard. She's coming in hot to tell you these messages. Like, I wasn't even in this mood before. Like I got to 100 so quickly with this because the energy is coming through so strong and so frustrated that you're considering this ish. No, not here, not today, not ever, not after everything you've been through. Boo, no. Okay. Chill out. Your dream come true is on its way. You have manifested it perfectly. Now sit in your perfect detachment and surrender to the universe's unfolding plans. Lift your head, lift your chest. Know that you are the best version of yourself that has ever existed. I really feel like for some of you, you might look back on your high school self, yourself in your early 20s. Like, you might look back on these different versions of yourself thinking that, oh, they were the most beautiful version of me, or they were the most smart, or the most outgoing, and the most loud and vibrant. And you might think that there has been a better version of you that has existed than your current form. And I'm telling you, no. You are the best version of yourself that has ever existed. Not that ever will exist. You will continue to grow more and more capable, more strong, more fierce, more assertive, more powerful, more magical, more realized, more abundant. But at this moment in time, you are the best version of yourself that has ever existed. Give yourself that credit. There has always been beautiful things about you. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you're the best and everyone else was the worst in terms of like versions of you. No. But you are the best version of yourself. You are the culmination of all those beautiful things because you have the awareness to draw in all of the beautiful things that you identify within yourself. It's conscious. It's deliberate what you do. Who you are today is who you are meant to be, and the person you'll become is destined for greatness, for healing, and for the light. The more you succeed, the more you will realize that everything you have been through led you to this point, taught you what you needed to know in every sense of the word. King of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands. Look at all of this emotional nourishment going on right here. Look at the way that you are fully trusting in it, fully kind of surrendering to your intuition, to your emotions, realizing that these things that you may have felt have been burdens in the past are actually your superpower. It's actually your inspiration. It's actually your fuel. It's actually divine knowledge and information. It guides the way that you navigate your entire world, and it always has been trying to, and now you are listening to it. And now that you are listening to it, you are moving faster with more and more abundance coming towards you than ever before. So if you are not at that place where you are not trusting it yet, know that this information that you are given, this emotional information, this guidance, this intuition, it literally is knowledge. It literally is trying to tell you which direction to go in. It is telling you what is for you and what is not for you. It is telling you which things to gravitate towards. It is telling you which things to run away from. All you need to do is learn how to read it. And learning how to read it, we talked about it before. It's like when the warning signs in your body start going off, you run. You don't go towards the things that are sending you into a panic. You gravitate towards the people and the places that make you feel calm. Because when you are in a calm state, you are in a whole state. Your mind is clear, able, adjusted, capable, adaptable. All the things that your mind and your heart and your spirit can't be when you are in a state of stress, when you are in a state of anxiety, when you are in a state of panic, when you are in a state of survival. You are learning how to read all of your emotions for what they are. They are your guiding system. Your emotions are your compass. Your emotions are the deepest and most accurate way of you navigating this world. They are your map. And the more you start to do things that give you fulfillment, do things that give you joy, do things that, I feel like for some of you, you're just reading some things that you've kind of taken for granted, jobs, interactions that you felt were draining. And then you realize, oh my God, I get this euphoria after I do this. I get this joy after this. I feel like for some of you, that might be even like customer service. Some of you might be really people persons and you realize that, oh, I feel really good after having a conversation with someone. I know that with my future, I want to make sure that this interaction is part of that. It might not be at that specific job. It might not be at that specific role, but you'll know that whatever you are guided to is going to have some form of that in it. You are reading your joy, you are reading your pain, you are reading your panic, you're reading your anxiety. It is telling you what to move towards and what to move away from. And it's propelling you forward like nothing else has propelled you forward. There could have been a lot of different qualifications that you've gotten in your life, and I do believe that for a lot of you, these qualifications are going to be necessary. If not the qualifications, but all the knowledge or the network that you got from that process is going to be vital to your future. But this, you reading your emotions, your divine intelligence, your intuitive knowledge, that is going to propel you more than anything else. Because it's going to tell you who's going to, like, what path to take. It's going to influence so much of your decision making. Who to trust, who not to trust. And that is so much, especially if you are entrepreneurial, if you are trying to start a business of some sort or get a project off the ground. You are being looked after, watched over, and guided divinely. They sit by your side, they protect you from the darkness, and they whisper ideas into your ear for inspiration and movement. You are perfectly co-creating with the universe when you are moving as one with your guides. However, your guides cannot protect you from the dark when you choose to go in that direction. You have free will. If you wanted to go backwards, you could go backwards. And in those places, if you choose to go there, your guides cannot protect you. Your guides are trying to protect you now by your phone just dies and restarts in the middle of an important conversation or an important link. Like something is going awry and you trying to do things, and that's the universe trying to protect you. But if you get past the point where you fight past that protection, there's nothing that they can do. But everything will work perfectly with your manifestations, with the energy that you're trying to pull in, because your guides are with you. And they're giving you ideas, and they're giving you motivation, and they're giving you reasons to do things. And the more you are tuning to them, they are realizing more and more that you are open to listening to them. They will give you more and more advice, more and more help, more and more support, emotional, with intuitive knowledge and wisdom, with just ideas. Sometimes you might be like, oh, that's a cool idea. You might be a writer, you might be a business owner, you might be like, oh, I'll do that to promote myself and my business. It's out of nowhere. Out of nowhere? Those are your guides. They're trying to help you. They want to help you. But that's why they're coming in so hot, because there are some places that they can't help you. And there are some things that you could do to deflect their support, and that's by going back towards places and people that are toxic towards you. Because those toxic and draining places actually lessen the connection that they have with you. It might even be like circles or so maybe it might be a workplace that maybe you aren't fully appreciated, and that will dull your energy and your ability to believe in yourself. And they can't really pick you up and support you from there when you have to pick yourself up. It could be an ex or a circle of friends that is kind of a bad influence, where maybe they drink a lot or they smoke a lot, and it makes you very inebriated and they can't guide you in that state. You might feel like, especially, with smoking and things like that, that you are more in tune. But at a certain point, and there are things that can help you awaken certain senses. But if it is a chronically used thing, or something that has been used in a way that just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not when you're up, when you're down. Not subjugate. What's the word I'm looking for? You guys are really, really good at finding the word I'm looking for. It's like not subjugate. They make you feel really heavy. What's the one where you're like sleepy and heavy instead of being really up? Anyways, if it make you feel really not present, I know that someone is going to put that in there, because you guys always find the words that I'm looking for, but it's going to bother me if I can't find it. Sedative. There we go. I probably got that. I probably reached back in time and you guys have been commenting, you mean sedative. Yeah. If these types of things sedate you, Your guides can't get to you in that state. Your future self can't get to you in that state. Your inner child can't reach you in that state. When you numb yourself to everything, your guides and your intuition can't reach you, because you are literally turning all of your intuition off. All of the ways that you have to feel your intuition, you are switching it off. Or you're fucking around with the wiring. Sorry, they're mad. Don't. Whew. Okay. We are not lured to the darkness. Our bad habits, toxic people, bad influences, or toxic places, because they are dark. We are not lured to the darkness because they are dark. We are attracted to these places because they seem good for a moment. There is something within us that is attractive, and there will always be something attractive about it if we have not fulfilled that need within ourselves. I'm just going to read that again. Okay. We are not lured to the darkness because they are dark. We are attracted to these places because they seem good for a moment. There is something within that is attractive, and there will always be something attractive about it if we haven't fulfilled the need within ourselves. Things are not all good and all bad. We know good people can do bad things, and we know bad people can do good things. The people and places and habits that you fell into, you fall into them because parts of them are good or seem good. You aren't a bad person for wanting to go back to these places. You aren't a bad person for maybe historically falling into some bad influences or bad habits. There were things within you that needed the release, the escape, that found comfort in the familiar, that wanted to believe that a lot of these people were there for you, wanted to see the good in people, especially if there were some toxic people around you that had some very real good attributes or did some very tangible, good, kind things for you. And that is actually what keeps you in that situation longer, because they can do 9 acts of absolute darkness and torture against you than 1 act of good. And for those people in narcissistic situations, it's like, well, but see, they're capable of good, so it must be me that's wrong. So it must be me that needs to be fixed, and they're doing all this good for other people. So I must be the thing that's wrong. And look, they do all of this good. That they are a good person, because for some reason we think in our heads that people are all good and all bad. No. Good people, like yourself, may have done some bad things in the past. But also bad people can do good things, and that is why we continue to trust them. That is why we continue to go back to them. It doesn't mean that they deserve your time, your effort, your strength, your light. You deserve that. But don't feel... Please don't get down on yourself for wanting to see the good in people, for wanting to trust the best in people, or for having something within yourself that was vulnerable, that needed something that space could give them. 6 of Pentacles, Temperance, 7 of Cups. These places, these people might feel like they are giving you gifts. They are giving you gifts of freedom, inhibition, love. But you are wiser now to realize that these are just short-term things. These are short-term things that in the long term are actually really detrimental to you. Have you second-guessing yourself? Having you in a stuck state for a really, really long time. There is so much on the other side, and I feel like you are ready to give more of your effort to yourself and you are ready to embark upon the things that might be more difficult for you, that mean that you have to cut off certain people, but you are relearning what reality is. You are relearning what you are capable of. You are relearning what is good for you and what is really harmful to you. Give yourself forgiveness for giving into those spaces and people. You were doing so thinking that it would be good or because you felt like you had to. I feel like there may have been a lot of obligation for a lot of you in these different situations. A lot of guilt. Let me tell you that it's coercion right there. People feel like you have a choice, but you don't really have a choice. When you feel like someone else's, personal safety is your responsibility. And unless they are a child and you're an adult, that's just not, it doesn't exist. No one else is your personal responsibility. Your guides want me to keep swearing again. It's not your problem. It's actually not your problem. They're not your problem. They're grown. They are grown and they can deal with it themselves. For once in their life. Oh my gosh, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. I don't know what this message is, but your guides are sick of their shit, okay? Okay, keep moving on, okay. I felt like I got myself into a good place and then you guides just keep like... Give yourself forgiveness and love yourself enough to move on. Facing a new reality can be so scary, and going back to the toxic familiar is often so much easier. Love yourself enough to hold yourself as you walk into the unknown, away from the toxic past, and with your guides into a place of healing, joy, and abundance. Everything that you have ever wanted for yourself is waiting for you, is unfolding for you, is coming to you. For those who are waiting, it has already begun. It may be a couple more weeks, months before you start to see it, but when you do, you will realize this has already begun. Your blessings have already started coming towards you. It has already started. The wheel is in motion. Like, you'll look back on this time and be like, oh my God, it was totally starting. It totally started. But I feel like the abundance that's coming towards you, I feel like you've always wanted it, but like, it's so hard to describe because you always wanted it. Maybe you didn't feel like this was actually going to be your path because you felt like you didn't deserve that. But when it starts to come in a lot, you'll be like, oh, okay. So this is happening now. Like, this is happening now. Like, it might be like for some of you a YouTube channel or a social media that you're like, we'll just see how it happens. And then it's going to start blowing up. Queen of Swords, Empress, Four of Swords. You have taken all your heaviness, all the lessons you have learned, all the ways that you are setting boundaries, all of the pain that you have gone through, and you are alchemizing that. You are communicating all that you have learned, and it is turning you into this Empress energy right here. You're taking your pain and you're making it your paper. Like, you are making it your abundance right now. You are sharing yourself loudly, proudly. And the universe and everyone around you was so grateful for doing that, for just showing up and you being you. So grateful. So grateful. You are literally becoming this Empress energy right here. It's already begun. It has already begun. Let's get into these oracle cards. Just a quick reminder. I know I said it at the start of the video, but I'm going to say it again because once December is over and we're in January, then they're going to be off sale. They're not going to be on sale anymore. So personal readings from my website are on sale. So get those if you want to. Make sure you check what the price is in your currency, because they are listed in Australian dollars, which is like, it looks like a lot more than like US dollars. So just check that out. If you want a personal reading, you want a little 2024 forecast, get yourself a little present. We have Sweet Oblivion, It's Okay, I Don't Know What I'm Doing Either, Uncertainty, Fate, Humor. If you feel like these people are hitting you up, you need to almost like laugh about it. You need to like laugh about the fact that these people are trying to get back in contact with you. I don't want a second of this, oh, maybe. Just be like, are you for real? Are you actually for real? This is a joke, right? Because this would never ever happen. This is never ever gonna happen. The audacity, the gall for you to think that you can come back into my world. No, no, no. The great gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits soul tribe. The universe is trying so hard to give you everything that you want. It's already happening. Do not F it up by going backwards. And now you're not going to F it up. What's for you is always going to be for you. You can't fumble what's for you, but you can sure as hell delay it. And I know you all have been waiting a long time for it, okay? Stay strong, stay true. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Take these people, these places wanting to come back towards you as a test. I'm not the person that I was before. Comment down below, affirm it to yourself. I'm not the person I was before. I don't move backwards. And on that, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm not the person I was before. I don't move backwards. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Your messages get me so hyped up. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I am so, so grateful to be your messenger. It is one of the best jobs that I have. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.